Okay, folks. Happy Saturday. Happy birthday to me. I am 61 today. Yay. I wanted to go over, since it's that time of the year where I switch out my go bag for winter, I wanted to go over some of the things that I take with me every time I go in the woods. I don't care what time of season it is. These are my basic essentials that I take with me every time I go in the woods. Okay? Number one, if you don't know about Refuge Medical, please go look them up. This is the best first aid kit on the frickin' planet. Okay? This goes with me every day, everywhere I go. Okay? Yes, it's expensive, but it is the best on the market. Okay? First aid kit. Number two, I take with me at least a week's worth of medications. And as you can see, I've got to redo this because, hey, we have been out in the woods. It is the end of hunting season, yada, 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 right? Number three, a pair of gloves. You never know when you're going to have to pull some limbs or something, and you don't want to do that with your bare hands. So I always take gloves. My Thermacell with a 12-hour pack, right? This is for mosquitoes. I live here in North Carolina on the coastline. Mosquitoes are year-round, okay? They are year-round, right? So if you live near the swamp, you definitely want to have one of these, okay? I also take hot hands, right? Because as you can see, if the weather changes suddenly and we get into hurricane season, we get very wet, you will get cold. So hot hands is good to have, to shove them in your pockets so it will warm your body core. Another thing, I always carry a survival blanket. You can get these on Amazon. They're like $5, right? Always carry one of these. Lighters, right? Lighters. Fire starter kit. Always carry it. Good knives. I have several that I take with me. I have a fillet knife. I have a gut knife. Okay? I have a little hatchet. And I have a handsaw. This is for cutting small tree limbs so that I can make a fire. On top of that, making a fire, I always have my mess kit, right? I have knife, fork, spoon. I have stainless steel mess kit. I can cook this over a fire. If I don't want to use this to cook over a fire, hello, I have my canteen and canteen cup. And my canteen cup is well used, as you can see. Water. Anywhere you go, you're going to have to take water. I have life straws that I carry with me. I have my little pack because I don't like to drink plain water. So I carry my little pack, and I have in here drink mixes. I have my deodorant, some soap. I always carry an extra rag or two with me. Of course, I take my dog. As you can see, I take dog food and a water bowl for the dog. And this is collapsible. These are cool. It's collapsible, right? Sticks right on the outside of my pack, no problem. I have a water jug for him and a water jug for me. Okay? I also carry a sandwich bag because if my lighters fail, a sandwich bag with water in it, you can use that with the sun to start a fire. And a trash bag, right? Because I don't want to take I don't want to leave any trash in the woods when I go in, and I don't want to leave any behind me when I leave. Good twine or rope. As you can see, this is well used. We've been out, so I've got to redo this because you can see it's starting to fray on the ends. That's his tie down rope. Okay. Uh, I'm going through this really fast so that you can tell how quickly and how easily this will all stack up. I carry extra utensils just in case somebody shows up who's in need. I have extra utensils on hand. I carry a couple screwdrivers, right? Flathead, Phillips head. Carry a couple screwdrivers, some little teeny little nip ties, because you never know, and a marker. A marker, because if I have to use the medical kit with the tourniquet, I want the marker to mark the person, right? I also carry cards. I have wilderness survival cards, and I have edible uh edible plant cards. I also carry playing cards, right? I got all kinds of these edible cards, and I've got this one open so I can show you. It comes with a little thing that you can hang on your belt, and you can just use the cards, and on the back of the cards it tells you what the plant is and what you can use it for, and whether or not you can eat it. Okay? So, and how you prepare it. I mean, very simple, very easy, good way to go, right? Of course, I always carry my hunting license, right? This is made for your auto, but I just put my hunting license in there, right? Carry the dog food. I carry a small New Testament Bible with me, and a pillow. I got a little pillow. Now, what I'm not showing here, because it's in the pickup truck, is I also have a small tent that goes everywhere with me. Right? It's a single pole tent. Uh, it goes everywhere with me. Okay. It's always in the truck. It's always available. It's always ready to go. And when I leave the truck, it gets shoved into the outside pocket of my little go bag. Now, this is my go bag. As you can see, it's got a handle on it. It does not have a frame. Okay? That is my 3-day bag. That has a frame. So if I'm going out on a long hike, that is going to be full of stuff. Okay? Because I'm going to take some of that, freeze dried up there in that little box, and I'm going to take at least 3 to 4 days of meals with me when I go out. Now, I also take like Vienna sausage, my coffee, right? You see, I got my coffee, my cream, and my sugar right there. I also take that with me. This is common sense items for my area. I also have a flashlight, right? Which probably the battery is probably dead on this. Oh no, it's still working. And a headlamp. The reason I say a headlamp is when you're in a tent and you're trying to put everything up and you're trying to look for something, you don't want to be holding a flashlight. So have a headlamp, right? My headlamp's actually hanging by the front door. These are just, I hope this helps you get an idea of what you need to put in your go bag. I mean, obviously, if I'm going in a winter climate and I know I might possibly be left out overnight, I'm going to take a sleeping bag and I'm going to make sure I have my tent with me. But all of this is going to go with me. Now, with all of this that's here, I can survive. And you're like, what? Yes, I can survive off of this. I have my life straw to get water, right? I have my edible plants that I can cook. All right. I have my absolutely needed coffee. Okay. Got to have the coffee. I have my first aid kit. I have my medications for a week. Right. I have my hot hands in case I get cold. I'm able to start a fire because I have my Bic lighters and I have my little fire starter kit. Okay. I have soap. I have a wash rag. Right. So I have twine. I mean, if I have to cut some of the rope off of my dog's lead, so be it. You know, I can survive off of that. Uh, so, and this is not all that heavy. Once it's all packed up, it's not that heavy. This is another consideration when you're putting stuff together. You're going to find that there's all kinds of items out there for hiking. Okay. But your area you might need to focus more on Arctic condition hiking than in my area, which is wet all the time. It's wet all the time, right? Um, Another thing that I might add, since it is getting into that season, I might add into my go bag this week, I might add in a tarp, okay, just for ground cover, okay? You know, anything that can separate you from the ground is good, right? The ground will literally suck the heat right out of you. So I hope this helps y'all a little bit. Some of us, unfortunately, there are some people on YouTube that talk it, but they don't walk it, right? And so they miss out on certain things that you definitely need to keep with you at all times. And this is what I have found that for me in my area, since I can typically walk out of the woods within a day and run into civilization, this is what I need to survive. Now, if you're way out like in the mountains in Montana, you probably need to carry a little bit more than what I have, because you could be stuck out there for a week or 2 weeks. I might get stuck out overnight. Okay. And now, of course, I'm not showing it, but if I go into the woods, I am packing. And by that, I mean I have my firearms with me. Okay. And if you're a woman and you're looking for a good firearm for in the woods, may I suggest a 20 gauge shotgun? Because you can get a 20 gauge shotgun, you can get birdshot, you can get the slug shots for bigger game, and it has very low recoil. By that I mean when you fire it, it's not going to take your shoulder off. Okay. That to me is my go-to whenever I'm in the woods. That is with me because it weighs maybe 1.5 pounds and it folds. So if I don't want to carry it on my shoulder or in my hands, I can fold it and just shove it in the backpack. And so it's with me at all times. Okay. I always carry a pistol on me because you just never know, right? I've actually had a bobcat almost stalk me in the woods and jump on me. Okay. So you never know, right? A good thing that I do not carry, but if you are in bear country, bear spray is an absolute must. Okay. This time of the year, the bears are hibernating. So this time of the year, you're probably not going to run into them. But come spring and summer and fall, oh yeah, especially fall and especially spring, you're meat on the table, okay, to a bear. And they are trying to fatten themselves back up, right? You notice I also have my gut cleaning kit, right? Because if you take a deer down, gutting them in the field is very messy. Okay, and so you wanna make sure that you don't have to use your good drinking water to clean up afterwards, right? Just some of the things I take with me all the time. I know I'm not perfect. I'm not a professional at this. I just have found that these items here work for me, and I'm on a budget. So the fact that I got almost all of this for about $100 will except for the med kit. Okay, the first aid kit, that was expensive. Okay, but everything else was altogether was about $100. You can do this. Okay, now I also carry Imodium AD. Okay, that's anti-diarrhea. If you've been overseas for any amount of time, you know that even with a life straw, the water is so contaminated. And I have found that when you go from one state to another state, the water changes. Even though it's supposedly city water and it's clean, that change of water can cause you to have diarrhea, and diarrhea will kill you. So I always carry some Imodium AD just because of that. Okay, it's just something to have on hand, and it's easily available to buy over the counter. So yeah, that's my video for today, and it is my birthday, and we are going into town to have the pickup worked on, and then after that, I should be having my birthday cake delivered today between 12 and 2. So I might put a video up of that once I get it. But that's it. Bicycle!